from Lofty, and she's our representative for Lofty. And she's going to just go over what a great system it is and all the things that you can do with it, and any tips and tricks that she knows about. So we've got until 11 o'clock, Shelly. So take it away.
Awesome. Well, thank you everybody for being here. Super great to spend time with you. And I've been here for 5 years. I've been with Lofty for 5 years. I am an enterprise customer success manager, which means I help brokers, teams, and agents in the thousands to be able to maximize and optimize your Lofty system so you're doing less, but you're getting more, right? That's what you want. You want more business, right? Who doesn't want more transactions in a year? So one of the things I always love to do when I started training is just say, like, how many transactions did you do last year, right? Maybe mark that down on a piece of paper, and you know, uh, how much did you earn? Um, and what do you want to do this year? Like, how do you want to increase that? Do you want to increase that by 10%, 25%? But here's what it comes down to. If you use it, if you're not using a database, that's going to change your life in general. This isn't just a database, though. This is an all-in-one system that should be your source of truth, quite honestly. And this should be where you check in every single day. This should be where you put every single lead, whether you're adding a lead because you met someone at the grocery store, or you're generating leads with intention. And perhaps you're paying for leads. And so you're doing a little paid lead generation, and or maybe you're sharing on social media, which everybody should be. It's easy to do, easy not to do. And with Lofty, I'm going to show you this really cool tool that should exponentially 10x your productivity on social media, because you literally have to do nothing, which is really awesome. All you have to do is do what I show you how to do here today, and you can be generating leads for free on a daily basis. So I've been in email marketing for 25 years. I've been in online marketing for 15 years. I've been in lead generation and funnel-based automations for 15 years. And I will tell you this, and you can write this down. Doesn't matter what kind of business you have, doesn't matter what you sell, what you represent, doesn't matter whether you're new or you've been online or in this industry for 30 years. Actually, no one's been online for 30 years. Maybe just the hackers. But no leads, no business, right? You have to generate leads. And I was for one of my clients over the last week, I was in New York City for one of their events, their company events. And we had a Lofty panel of speakers, three of them, who have been proactively, diligently, and intentionally using Lofty for the past year or two. Excuse me. And this one agent, out of the three agents, but this one agent, she was like, you have got to be using the AI social marketer. She's like, I've generated 3,500 leads from using that tool. 3,500. Mind blowing. And she's like, I just share my listings or my social media posts out onto social media. I'm going to show you how to do this today. She's like, my link to my website is always in there. When you have a Lofty account, you get a free agent subdomain. Okay. And a subdomain is like a mirror to your company account. You don't have to do a thing, which is great for you, right? But also for those of you agents who are like, I want to fully brand myself. I want my own voice, my own brand. I want to be hyper local. I want to have my own voice. I'm going to write my own blog posts. For those of you who want that, we have that option also. So that way you're able to fully customize and brand and market your own voice, okay, your own self. So that said, there's options for those of you who are like, I don't like tech. I don't want to mess with websites. Great. You get a website naturally with your Lofty account. You don't have to do a thing, but you want to be driving people to your website every day. That is your home. That is your hub. That is your source of truth. Okay. And for those of you who want more branding, there's that option as well. I can show you that here today. But my point of this that I'm entering this training with here today is the fact that when you have Lofty, you have a full all-in-one marketing system, database management, transactions. We have so many integrations from so many different tools that you all use to be able to facilitate from generating a lead to closing a deal. Okay. And so that said, that testimonial that she gave was so powerful because I'm always talking about the magic of social media, and it's easy to do, easy not to do. But if you use our tool, like I show you today, it's just one of the things I'm going to show you. You're going to be like, I can't not be using this to generate leads and stay top of mind and have brand awareness out there, because it's not just who follows you, right, on your social media. It's who they know. And let's see here. There. It's who they know. So someone who's following you might say, "Oh, I see this girl, or I have this friend online, or I don't know how I saw her. Oh, okay, I'm going to give you another little tip. Maybe these people see you in a Facebook group. So one of these other hot tips that this her name's Hillary, that Hillary gave in her testimonial. She's like, so I have my Facebook business page and I have my Facebook personal page. She goes, but then I go get in all of these Facebook groups that are local to me, garage sale groups, just community groups, city groups, moms groups, all these different groups that are local to you. Okay. And then she posts her social media posts onto her Facebook business page. And then she shares that into all of those other Facebook groups and onto her personal page. So this Lofty tool will share it onto your business pages for Facebook and Instagram and up to 6 social media platforms. And so then you can share that other places. And this is how she's generating so many leads, because she's always got a link that's driving back to her Lofty website. Now, she does have what I like to call a full scale agent website, but like just start, right? Like just start doing something, and then you can level up from there. Okay. So I love this tool. I've seen it because I've been here for 5 years. I've literally seen it change people's businesses. I've seen brand new agents come in with 0 experience, and this is the first tool that they're using. They don't have to unlearn anything, and they don't have any other experiences. And they're like, boom, doing like 30, 40 transactions in a year, and they think it's normal. Okay, because they're using these this system, and they're generating leads, both free and paid. They're bringing them into the system, and they're letting the automations work on the leads until they're ready. And then they're spending time communicating with them, showings, all those things. Okay, so I'm going to show you the important pieces of this tool as quickly as I can in like 35 to 40 minutes, because I want to be able to ask, or I want you guys to be able to ask any questions. But do you have any questions right now before I get started? That way, if you have questions, I can address those in the system, or I can just address that even right now. Or if you think about it, just pop it into the chat. Okay. All right. So again, my name is Shelly Hobbs. I'm an enterprise customer success manager here with Lofty. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to be working in a demo account today, just for demonstration purposes. Okay, I'm going to share my screen here. Let's see. Okay, you should be seeing now my Lofty screen. Let me just make sure. Yep, you can see here it says, "Good morning, Michael." Now, this is like an admin account, like what Kathy and Randy see. Okay, maybe Jeremy as well. You guys as agents, you'll see it like this, but you'll see things maybe different. Like you won't have a company dashboard. You'll just have a my dashboard. Okay, my dashboard. So I tell agents, I'm a big time blocker. Like I've owned businesses in the past and you got a time block like your life depends on it. So you should put into your calendar 6 days a week, log into Lofty and have it be a 30-minute time block where you do exactly what I'm going to show you how to do. But then I'm going to show you some really cool features of Lofty that helps you stay organized. Organize your leads so you know what the heck is going on in your business. You can sit down and at a moment's notice, you know what's happening. Also, how to be notified and how to like specific automations that we have where you don't have to do a thing, right? You either set it and forget it or you just turn it on and it's working for you. And then the system will notify you when the lead is ready to go to the next step. So this is called your dashboard. And this is just such a cool first place that you want to come first thing every morning, right? So you'll be able to see the updates. You'll be able to see your listings. So your MLS is connected to your Lofty system. Okay, so this is where you can be able to see and manage all of your listings up here under sales. And then you go to listings. You can see all of your listings. Okay, you can see the office listings and you can see all the listings of the MLS. So you literally don't need to go to the MLS anymore except for to input your new listing. Okay, or you can add a manual listing right here. So this is a great place to manage your listings. And also, so you can click on a listing and you can see all of the details about it. You can even share your listing with specific leads. Okay. You can make a social media post for your listing. This is what's called our social agent. I'm going to hop over here in just a few minutes, but this is an AI tool that you get included with your system. You get 3 free every single day. If you upgrade to the full tool, it'll automatically post listings for you, price changes, back to market. It'll automatically post social media posts for you as well, based on what's going on in your business. But I'll come back to this in a minute because you will literally have zero reason, zero excuse to not do social media after you see what I'm going to show you today. So going back to your listings, this is where, everything is all of your listings are right here. Okay. And then you can manage your listing. You can send a text code, create a CMA, create a listing presentation, request a showing. So you can do everything right here with every single listing in your MLS, including office listings and your own listings. Let's go back to the dashboard, which is the upper left-hand corner of your Lofty account. So again, it will show you. Here we go to my dashboard. Now, I really love this. This will show you today's tasks that both you have created on specific leads, right? Like maybe you meet someone and you're calling, texting, and email them, or maybe you have leads coming in, you're calling, texting, emailing, or you're just calling because you can automate the text and the email. Isn't that great? Imagine you have 3 ways that you can get a hold of somebody, right? Call, text, email. Well, what if we could remove the burden of 2/3 of that effort for you to save you time and therefore ultimately making you more money of it in the meantime, right? Eventually in the long run, because you're not having to remember to do those things. The system is automatically doing it for you, both with our AI sales agent, going to show you that here in a minute, and with what we call smart plan automations, which is nurture-based automations that you import from a library and you turn them on. So let's say a lead comes in, 3 months ago, and in that smart plan, or you put on their profile to follow up with them in 3 months or 3 weeks. But let's say today's the day. You would show up here and it would show you today's tasks. And you would click on, okay, I've got 3 people I need to call today. And maybe it's, I have 5 people I need to text and 2 people I need to email and, 5 people for other. But for now, if you just click on call, because these are your call tasks today, this will pop you over into your tasks section. So you can manage your whole business of what do I need to do today? Whether you added a task to a lead or whether that just showed up in your to-dos for today because it was part of an automation that was put on a lead based on certain trigger criteria. Okay, so then you're like, oh, here's what I need to do today. I need to call this person, call this person, call this person, and you can call them. You can do it right here. Whoops. Or you can click on it. It'll pop you over into their lead profile where every lead has a profile and you can manage every single thing about their profile and their record. Okay, you can see the properties. So if you click on overview, you can see like what phone calls you've made to them, what emails have been sent by you or the system, what texts have been shared back and forth between you and the lead or the AI sales agent and the lead. What properties have they searched for? What properties have they viewed? What properties have they favorited? You get all of this insight and intel on a lead. So if you're one of those who loves the phone and you love making phone calls, or even if you don't, you've got, I just call it 007 intel on a lead before you approach them in any way. Okay. You can even see, where was I wanted to show this to you? You can see when they last visited your website. This is why you want to be driving people to your website. Okay. You can see when they've last visited your website, the last touch that you had on them. And the system naturally creates a lead score for each and every lead based on the criteria they're coming in with, the back and forth communication they may have with you or the AI sales agent. And do they have a valid email? Do they have a valid phone number? Do they have active communication? When were they last active? And so it shows you, again, what their lead score is, or web activities or communications. So you're really able to focus in your efforts on who do I focus on? Maybe you have 5,000 leads, but you're only focused on 50, right? Or 100, or maybe it's 300. Of the 300 leads, maybe, 25 are hot, 25 are warm, and the rest are, sort of warm-ish. And you can focus on them in different ways. So let's go back to the dashboard, because this is where I like.
Shelly,
Yes.
I just wanted to add that these leads are, some of them are just, other agents and that type of thing. But honestly, like in the last 2 days, I had 2 people that were inquiring about a property and they did not have a realtor. And so they came in through the company and we handed the leads off to our agents, either the one that had the property listed or someone that, it wasn't even one of our agents and it wasn't our property. And we gave them the lead and said, and Randy does a little bit of a split with the people, but it's like free leads, seriously. And they're good leads. Some people just don't really know a realtor or don't really want to commit to one until someone reaches out to them. And we have found the leads to be very effective and they're just coming in through us organically.
That's awesome, Kathy. Thank you for sharing that. That's exactly how this is, you guys. And so if you lean into your system and you log in every day and you check this, right? And you use this to hold your leads, manage your leads, generate new leads, automate communications to your leads based on their criteria. And there's so much more that this system can do, but I'm really just telling you like a small pocket of if you just use this in the ways that I'm showing you today, despite all like this integrates with Canva, you can send postcards and you can do designs and newsletters and mass email marketing and all these other things. But right now, if you're just like, how do I generate more leads? How do I keep them organized and communicate with them? How do I automate that so I'm doing less and the system is doing more? And eventually those people become hand raisers and they're like, I'm ready to have a conversation. Or maybe they're reaching out to you because you're staying top of mind. It's
And a
literally
couple
the
of
most
other
important.
things,
Yeah.
Shelly, is that these leads pop up on my cell phone. So I can be anywhere and access the lead and call those people from wherever I'm at. And second of all, this is a very, very expensive system if you're not with National Realty Guild. I mean, we have a heck of a deal for you guys. It's normally like a $495 setup fee and over $200 a month. We get it for you for zero setup fee and $35 a month. I mean, you just can't even beat that. And the first month is free. So it's kind of a no-brainer, honestly. I don't know why anybody wouldn't do it. And I'm not trying to sell you. I'm just telling you it's a good deal.
Yeah. Thank you for saying that, Kathy. It truly is, you guys. I mean, I work with accounts that have thousands of agents that well, one that have thousands of agents, and I work with accounts that are literally paying, hundreds of dollars a month that just have a few agents. Or they're a single agent and they're, paying several $100s a month to use this system. I have clients that are like, Shelly, this is my multi-million-dollar system who've been using this system for longer than I've even been here. And they're like, it's changed the face of my business. I can't do without it. And it's really cool to see that, right? It's cool to see new agents use it. It's cool to see seasoned agents use it. And really lean into the fact of no leads, no business. And I'll tell you this too. The more leads you have, you can write this down because I've been in email marketing for 25 years. It doesn't matter what you sell. It does not matter what the price point is. I don't care if you're selling a tube of lipstick or if you're selling a handbag or a car or a multi-million-dollar home or an airplane. Maybe an airplane. Okay, maybe not that. But the money is in the list. The fortune is in the follow-up. If you can automate your follow-up with these smart follow-up tools, I'm going to show you our AI sales agent and these behavior-based smart plans. So it's automations based on like certain behaviors that people take, right? If someone views a listing 3 or more times, boom, this smart plan activates, sends them an automated email, sends them an automated text, and sends you, the agent, a notification to say, hey, Sally Smith has viewed this property 3 times. You should give her a call. How cool is that? And maybe you're out at a showing, or maybe you're on vacation with your family, or maybe it was a Sunday and you're taking the day off and you get that notification that someone has come back to your website and viewed a listing for the 3rd time. And now you can be speed to lead top of mind automatically. You don't even have to do it manually. You can wait until Monday to make a phone call to them, but at least they've gotten an automated email and an automated text. I was just at an event that said 86% of people work with the first real estate agent that contacts them. So if you can have speed to lead automatically, where it's taking the burden away from you, and it's just happening without your effort. Imagine how many more people you are creating a relationship with naturally, automatically. You're staying top of mind. Really quick story. This house that I bought 8 years ago, I was friends with my real estate agent, so I used him naturally, but I didn't have a mortgage lender, right? I didn't know anybody, so he recommended me to one that he uses. Well, guess what? 8 years later, she's still emailing me. She's still sending me market reports. She's still reaching out. I hear from her every couple months, every holiday. So there's holiday automations that you can put in here as well. Who do you think I'm going to use when it comes time for me to refinance or buy another home? I will use her. I know she's still in business. She stayed top of mind. She lets me know she's available if I have any questions or have any needs. And who do you think I would recommend to people if they're like, I'm looking for a lender? Does this make sense? I would be like, oh, I don't even know Melissa's last name, but I would go look through my email and I'd look for Melissa and all of her emails would pop up and I'd be like, here, Jennifer, my friend Jennifer, go use her. She was really great. And she's still in business. That's how this works. It's like I can geek out on it so much. I'm obsessed with it because I've seen it work so beautifully for so many agents. Dagna Chu says, could the system link to the phone contact and transfer all the previous text communication, or should I transfer my leads myself? Could the system link? I'm not sure if I know what you're saying. Could the system link to the phone contact and transfer all the previous text communications? So do you have a different database somewhere else that you're wanting to import? So when you get started with Lofty, you can import all of your leads. So if you have, I think if you have all of the communications that like in notes that might be able to transfer over. You could always email support@lofty.com as well, but if that's what you're asking from an import perspective.
Can you give me 1 minute? I can clear the question.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I do have a lot of communication on my texts with my leads, my clients. So I want that information to go to this website. So is there any way I can transfer the contacts plus those communications from my phone?
I don't think that is possible just within like your own phone and your own text to transfer all that over. I don't think that's possible. No. However, you can integrate your email. We have tons of integrations over here. I'm going to get to some of these other tools that I wanted to share with you guys, but I love these questions and I definitely want to answer these. So, you can set up your account and security, your notifications. So you can get notified for everything and anything via email, text, and a push notification in the system. But we've got all of these really great integrations. I don't think that it can do what you're asking for that, though. I'm 99% sure that it cannot. But there might be an integration tool that I'm not aware of. I can certainly ask our support team and then send that back to Kathy and she can send that over to you. But you can see here, we've got lots and lots of integrations. Any third-party lead provider that you're working with, we can import all of those leads over here automatically as you're getting leads or by email parsing. Dennis asks, how do you set up the automated holiday emails? Yeah, those are under an automation section called Smart Plans. I love Smart Plans. I would consider myself a Smart Plans expert here in the company. We do have Lofty live training 5 days a week, open to any agent who has a Lofty system. And I train on Smart Plans every Monday at 11 a.m. If you go to lofty.com/training, I'm just going to show you this really quick because, and then of course, we here, I help support Randy and Kathy and all of the agents under you guys, or under the account here. But I can come in and do, these feature focused trainings. So if you go to agent training, you can see all the trainings that we have here totally for free. So if you're ever interested, you could come to the Smart Follow Up at 11 a.m. Every week. And I train on that one. I'm the Lofty trainer for that one for the company. But here under automation and Smart Plans, okay, you would go to library. So we've got an entire library, and then you could sort by scenario, which is like holiday greetings. Okay, so we've got all these different types of holidays. and even more than this. These are just kind of to get you started, but you could do any holiday. You could select any day that you want to send out a greeting. We do birthday. You can do birthday cards. You can do anniversaries, which is awesome for your closed leads. You want to be automating everyone to be able to get a touch point from you from a holiday perspective, from a birthday perspective, from a closed perspective, from a I still haven't talked to you yet. Are you still interested? Okay. Kathy says, is Lofty able to send out an email that has a video on it? Yes, you can. And it is shown there is a high percentage. I don't know what the percentage is, but I know it's high, that leads who receive an email with a video are more highly likely to communicate with you because they've seen and heard your voice. She says, and can it be sent to a large group? Yes, you can do. So let me show you over here under CRM and people. This is like where you hold, this is where all of your leads are. You get that 30,000 foot view of all of your leads. This is one of my favorite sections in this database because let me show you here. See this row right here? This is called your pipelines. And I'm going to tell you what, from the agents and brokers and teams that I have worked with that literally call this their multi-million-dollar system. They're like, if you don't know, let me say it this way. When you manage your leads, like you're obsessed with it and you manage your pipelines, you know exactly what's going on in your business. You can put smart plans and automations on your different pipelines, and you can mass market to each pipeline. For instance, so like, let's say like, and if no one's ever managed their leads through pipeline management, think of it like this. It's the life cycle of your leads, right? Let's gamify this a little bit. Every single lead that you get that comes into your system, no matter where they come from, or if you import them or you add them, they all land in new leads. Think of it like a game, a board game, right? We all start on the start square. Okay. But then what's your goal? Your goal is to ultimately get them over to where? Closed. Now, everything in between is the life cycle of where they are with you. And you can manage that both manually and automatically. Okay. So I like to train agents to say, like, your new lead should only stay in your new leads pipeline for 24 hours. You need to clear that queue. You need to respond to your leads. You could call, text, email manually, or you could automate part of that. You could put a smart plan on your new leads pipeline so they're getting an automated email, an automated text, and you're getting a reminder to be like, hey, you got a new lead, you got to call them, and you make the phone call. Now you've removed 2/3 of this busy activity off your plate. If you want to do that, some agents do the call, text, email. If they don't get a hold of them, they add them into, say, attempted contact. Now, your pipelines will be different according to your system. Okay, this is just kind of default. The pipelines are managed by the owner of the Lofty system. So you just work with that. And then, like, let's say you don't get a hold of them for 30 days. You're like, no one's responded to me. Haven't gotten a hold of them yet. But remember, it doesn't mean that someone's not interested. It's just not today. Okay, so then you would move them over to cold. But guess what? Now we don't have any leads in there in this demo account, but let's say that there were. Okay, let's pretend like we want to mass market to this attempted contact pipeline. Okay, and let's say that we want to, now these are columns, and you can start to see certain information of what people are doing. You can sort this. You can sort it by, this is how I like to sort it, by lead score. So I want to know, like, what's the lead score that the system is scoring this lead? When did they register with me? When was their last visit back to my website? This is a very important piece of information. If people are not visiting your website again, that means you don't have automation set up. Okay. We have these really cool automations called a property alert. You know how, like, when you guys go to the MLS and you set up a property alert for someone because you talk to them? Well, now we're going to set up a property alert for every single lead that comes in, whether you talk to them or not. And this automation is our number one conversion tool. When I say conversion, I mean two things. It takes a cold lead and creates activity for them, meaning they're getting an email, they're opening it, they're clicking on the link, and they're going to your website. When they go to your website, this activates activity, and we can put an automation on that. Okay. And so that's why this property alert and then this smart plan, we want, and then we want to see like, what are they doing? Okay. So I like to organize my columns like this. So I can now look and see, okay, here's this person. Here's their lead score. Maybe I'm in attempted contact and I want to work this pipeline a bit today. And so I'm going to sort by lead score. I'm going to be like, give me all the people who are a high lead score. I don't want to focus on anybody else. I don't care about anybody else right now. Or you could say, show me when someone last visited. I've been working with clients and I'm like, oh, look at this person. They're on your website right now. And then I'm like, good job. You got a property alert on them and a smart plan on them. And that's why they're back to your website. And then you can start to see, well, what are they searching for? You can go exactly to their searches and see what they've searched for. Then you can also see exactly what they've looked at. You can see how many times they looked at it down to the minute. Can you see how this can help you in your conversations before you pick up that phone or before you send an email or a text, right? You've got this 007 intel that a spreadsheet can never do for you. That just a plain text of trying to text someone, you're like, is there an alive body behind this phone number? Okay. Oh, I'm going to show you something else that's super cool. I wish I had like another hour with you guys. So that's really cool information that you're able to see right there. Also, you can hover over to the left of name and you can mass email up to 5,000 contacts. But let's just say you just want to, maybe this page shows 100. Okay. So you could select like just the current page. And then up here, now this is your mass. You can send mass emails two ways, through smart plans or like right now automatically, like you could send a mass email or a mass text or send to dialer, or you could send postcards or letters. You can change pipelines, add tags. You could add everybody to a smart plan. Let's say that you created a smart plan for this attempting contact pipeline. You're like, I just want to we've got a smart plan that's like over 400 days that just sends them a communication every 30 days. And you can go customize that communication for yourself. But watch what I'm going to do here. You could send a mass email. Okay. And then you can even use our AI tool that says, create an engagement email to you could sort this by just buyers. You could sort it by just sellers, but I'm just going to say create an engagement email. And I am going to include a video for what's new in I live in Peoria, Arizona area restaurants or something like that. Okay. I'm just putting something in there. So now it's thinking it's going to create an email for me, which is great. I don't have to think about it. It's easier to edit than it is to create, right? So maybe I want to share a quick video with you featuring what's new in the Peoria, Arizona area restaurant scene from newly open local spots. And maybe I'm like in front of a brand new restaurant and I just wanted to share with them, or a new shopping area or something like that, right? Then I could, make my video and add it into this mass email. So they see a video of me. So they could do that. Zurin says, and this is for you, Kathy, says, is there an email you can send me with sign up information? Yes, I believe Kathy can send that information to you as well, Zurin. Yes, absolutely. Let me show you guys some other cool things that our clients are absolutely loving and completely obsessed with. Okay, I am as well. I like to use that word because I know I've lived here. I've worked here for 5 years, and this tool has completely transformed since when I first started. But now we've got all of these AI co-pilots, and I love these. And one cool thing that Lofty does also is they always give you like little tiny freebie bites of these features so you understand how it works. So this AI sales agent has become one of our top conversion tools, simply because it's your very own virtual ISA working 24/7 to convert more leads into appointments. So it does a handful of things. Number one, on your website, on your Lofty website that's connected to your system. When I say Lofty website, I mean it's branded to NRG, okay? And it has you on it. It features you and your contact information. And you can send people there to go search for anything they desire in your MLS. We want to keep them in your ecosystem. We don't want them going to Zillow. We don't want them going to realtor.com, homes.com, or wherever. We want them to stay with you. So as long as you're communicating, whether it's on social media or emails or texts, and you've got your Lofty website there, people are always having this call to action to go back to the website. And you saw and heard what we can do when they're going back to your website. They're having activity, and that activity can trigger automations and can also trigger this AI sales agent to work on behalf of you. So number one, it's a website chatbot that will engage, qualify, and nurture. Okay, so for new leads that come to your website, this is a great tool because it will be like, welcome. How can I help you today? Are you looking to buy, sell, rent, blah, blah, blah? You can, customize the settings. Let's say I'm looking to sell my home and I need to buy a new home. It's now triggering. I'm a buyer and a seller. Okay. I'm a seller and a buyer. And it'll be like, great. What's your name? I'll put in Shelly. What's your last name? Hobbs. Awesome. What area are you? So it's going to start qualifying me. Are you working with an agent already? Yes or no? Do you need financing? Yes or no? How quickly are you looking to do this? 3 months. It's going to capture all of that and boom, it creates me as a lead. Now, when it does that, let's say you've got this auto property alert set up and market snapshots already set up. They're enabled and turned on. I'm immediately going to get an auto property alert with the criteria of home that I'm looking to buy, but I'm also going to get a market snapshot right away. All of this before you've even touched me, okay? As a lead, the system is doing it for you when we have the automation set up, okay? The sales agent is also, and I don't know how this works because I'm not an AI tech person, but it will automatically email and text people based on a cadence of their activity or based on trying to re-engage them. Its goal is to engage, nurture, qualify, and eventually either hand it off to you, like this person's ready, or set an appointment. You can automate that, or you can just have it set up with you. Let me tell this quick story. So one of my clients I've been working with for a couple of years, he didn't have any automation set up when I went into his system. I was like, we got to meet. Like, you've got to have these bare minimum, but very impactful automation set up in your system. Auto property alerts, market snapshots, market reports, behavior-based smart plans, and this AI sales agent. Those are your prime automations that if you don't have those, your Lofty system really isn't like even working to its minimum potential. Okay. But if you have those, we see it as you've got that well optimized. Okay. And so anyways, he was trying to get a hold of this lead for like 6 months, call, text, email, call, text, email. He'd scheduled tasks for himself to remember to call, text, email. He was doing everything manually and not very well because he's human, right? He's got a business, he's a broker and an agent and a family, all the things. So when I set him up on this, we literally did it when he was in the car and his wife is driving on the way to their son's baseball game. So we set it all up. And 2 weeks later, he emails me. He's like, Shelly, you're going to love this story. He's like, I'm trying to get a hold of this lead, call, text, email for about 6 months. He's never responded to me. He's like, then the AI sales agent, after we set it up, started communicating with him and the smart plan started activating based on his behavior. He has now reached out to me and he's scheduled an appointment to fly into town to look at homes. He was like a giddy kid in a candy store. It was really cool to see because he's like, I never really knew the full potential of this system until you showed me the automations. And that's why it's like, it's just so cool. It just works. Okay. So the sales agent, so it's also automated lead nurturing and follow up and smart appointment settings. And so when you launch it, it opens up and you have different settings. And so it'll show you how many it's working, like how many leads it's working, how many are high priority leads, how many it's prospecting, how many it's monitoring. You can put it on leads. You can say, I want it to work these leads. It'll do it automatically as well. Okay. You can select leads. It'll show you the activities of these leads. You know, who is it automatically emailing? Who is it automatically texting? How many people have been on my website that it's messaging? Okay. How many leads has it updated with new criteria information? And then you've got settings. And so we've got 3 different agents when you go to set up your system. We'll have a speed to lead agent you can select, a buyer's agent, or a seller's agent. Okay. And then it's got skills. It's an AI agenic agent. And so it's got different skills that are automatically default in there and some that you can turn off and on. So again, its goal is to naturally stay in front of leads based on certain criterias. So this is a very, very important critical tool. I tell people you have to have this, like you just have to. The system will give you 10 leads for free that it will work. Or if I have to remember what Randy's system is,
it gave me 10 leads for free and I loved the way it worked. And then it gives you 200 for some amount of money. I can't remember how much it is, but I took that. So
thank you. And are you loving it?
So there's certain things that, you know, naturally I need to take more training on and stuff like that. But overall, I do like the system. Some of the question marks I kind of have is because it's marketing on my behalf, and sometimes it's in that gray area of, is it texting for me, or is it? And I know it kind of shows in some of the text that it comes from, you know, whatever name it uses as an assistant type thing. But my kind of question is that is there a way to set up? Because whenever I start reaching out to somebody, you know, that I'm especially, you know, in today's world of people like to sue and everything else and lawsuits and everything else, I like to send agency relationships. Is there any way to set up the system to where it's sending, you know, you could program it to send, you know, so I always send my contact information, send a, you know, in a text, my contact information, then I send the agency relationship text, and then I send is there any house you'd like to take a look at, so that they're getting my information. It's in the middle as far as agency relationships, and then it's asking them if they want to take a look at a house as an endpoint, so that it isn't just sticking on agency relationships and they think, oh, there. It seems like more people are scared of that than signing an actual agreement when it comes to it. But it'd be really nice if the AI system took care of that for you, so you don't have to worry about sending it.
So what you can do, Dennis, to kind of work with the AI system is you could create a smart plan so a smart plan is like an automation. Okay. It's a series of automations. Your smart plans are. And I do invite you all, whether you have a system yet or not, like sign up for that smart plans training on Monday. It's every Monday at 11 a.m. Arizona Mountain Time. And I train on that and we deep dive into them. But what you could do is you could either probably create one from scratch, or let me see here. There's different scenario types, AI assistants. There's some buyer, how they're responding, or you could just create one in general that goes out to buyers. So like the trigger could be maybe something AI related, or it could just be like a lead is created and their criteria is like maybe they're in the new leads pipeline. I know I'm kind of going through this kind of quickly. I'm just kind of thinking off the top of my head. I'll probably think of other scenarios that you could do. And then maybe it's like, And then, so maybe their target lead type is a buyer, right? This would be for buyer leads. Is that right, Dennis? Only buyer leads?
Yeah, any type of
Okay.
lead, that's fine.
Okay. So you could do like buyers and sellers. Let's just say that. Okay. And then, so the trigger is when there is a new lead in my new leads pipeline that is a buyer and a seller, then I want to, so let's save it. So what do we want to do? Maybe we want to wait 10 minutes. Whoops. Okay. Maybe we want to wait 10 minutes or maybe a day. You choose, right? Then your next thing is, and then I want this to send an automated text. So now you can create an automated text that is very specific to this next step that you're wanting to communicate with them. Right? Like,
yeah, no, I like it. This is great.
Yeah, like something like interested in scheduling an appointment. Okay, something like that. All right. And then you put your message here, So this is your text, right? This is a text message. And it could be just as simple as this. And you save it. And if you want, you could even like send an email, like an automated email where you're like, hey, I just sent you a text about scheduling an appointment. Here's an email with more information about working with me. And it could be just as simple as that. And that's your trigger, is the fact that they're a new lead in the new leads pipeline. We could think about what other triggers could be, but that was just the first one in my mind that I happened to think of when you were sharing that scenario. There's also like, AI actions, maybe like, and this is fairly new, so I'm still kind of getting used to these actions as well. Like you can action the AI is what I'm saying here. Like this is an AI action where sales agent action, monitor the lead's behavior, mute, maybe it's AI classifier, and you know what, Dennis, if you could check if you have this in your smart plans. I don't know if all accounts have this yet. I have to double check. This is our demo account. So sometimes I see things early before they release it. But I think this is pretty cool to be able to, what to be classified. So you can choose like what you want. This is a little bit more advanced, but if you have any questions, feel free to message Kathy, and then she could do like a group chat, group email with us, and I'm happy to point you in the right direction for that. But all I can tell you is most everything is possible, right? Most everything is possible if we can just think through the scenario the right way. That's why I love smart plans. And I also really love, for those of you who do have a Lofty account, and to go into the Lofty library. And there's two different ways you could do this. You could do behavior-based smart plans, and these are templates. Okay, so these templates right here. So imagine when a buyer lead is back to your website after 30 days, meaning like they haven't visited for 30 days, and now we're going to have a triggered automation that's like, hey, welcome back. Did you see anything you like? Automated email, automated text, and a notification for you, the agent, to make a phone call. Right? That helps you with speed to lead, top of mind. They're on your website right now. You could do it now. You could do it 2 hours from now. Also, when someone views a listing 3 or more times, a home evaluation request to sell, requested a showing. There's one other thing I want to show you because we don't have a whole lot more time, but I want to show you this other AI tool, this social agent, okay, which has been such a game changer for so many agents because, again, social media, easy to do, easy not to do, can be really annoying because you don't know what to post. And so here, if you go up to the upper right-hand corner, it will create a post for you. You get this 3 free per day, meaning you can create 3 posts every day, and then you can schedule them out. You can post them today. You can do whatever you want. But let's say that you have a listing and you're like, oh, I got to get this listing out on social media, right? You click the listing. It's going to look at the listing and everything you've got that you put together in the MLS. Everything transfers over into your Lofty system. And now it's It's waiting, and it's going to create 3 different versions of this listing for you. Okay, it says here are your posts. Now I can read through which one I want, which one sounds better to me. Let's say I pick the first one. It says, okay, the first one, understanding your request. Now it's going to populate it over here. And once you have your social media profiles connected and set up, it'll post right over there for you. Okay, you can unselect different profiles and select them, whatever you want to post to, but you've got it there. Again, easier to edit than it is to create from scratch. And what is it doing? It's giving a call to action for a private showing. And what is it doing? It's driving to your website, which helps to capture leads, and all of these automations start kicking off. So you can see the power in all of this, right? So it makes you want to post to social media every day. And it doesn't even have to be a listing. Let's say that you posted that and you're like, okay, great. Now I want to create a listing for top 10 tips for selling your home in the summer. I don't know. Let's just put that there. Let's see if I'm going to overlook all of my typos. Okay, it's saying understanding your request. See what it does. See. Angela, well, that's working. Angela says, what's the best way to attach a video to Lofty emails? Do we just upload the video from our phones? You can do that. Yeah, because there's a Lofty app. And so you can upload the video. You can, if you're going to send an email from your phone in the Lofty app, you can just go attach, you can use like the little paper clip and go attach a media file to that. And I would keep short and sweet, right? The shorter, the better. Just a fun little intro. Hi, my name is Shelly Hobbs with Lofty Realty. So excited to connect with you. I help, I specialize in relocation in the Peoria, Arizona area for Luke Air Force Base, families, blah, 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 whatever, right? I see that you're interested in 4-bedroom, 3 bathrooms. Awesome. I would love to create a custom property alert for you. Right now, you do have something going out, but I'd love 10 minutes to grab a call with you and really dig into what you're looking for. Excited to chat more. You could do that individually with people, or you could have like just like a blanket generic video that you want to send out. You can even put that even in a template, Angela. So that way, and you can automate that whole email that goes out right away to people. Okay. Like in your welcome email, there's automated welcome emails in here too. So anyways, let's say that I wanted to just do a fun, generic, value-based post, excuse me, to sellers and hopefully impress upon them how I can help them. I'm just giving value add education information. Okay. And you always want to do a call to action, which it's doing what? It's driving people to your website. Let's say you like this one. It's going to do the second one. And again, you get 3 of these for free. When you do upgrade to this tool, you get so much more. It will automatically post for you. Boom. Look at that. I didn't even have to think about anything. Okay. It won't automatically populate images. That's from the last one, but you can put in your own image of like a home or you and a title that says, planning to sell this summer. Here are 10 proven tips to help you attract serious buyers and maximize your sales price. Something like that. Okay. So that's how simple it is. Like every Monday, you should be sitting down for even say 30-minute time block and be like, I'm going to do 3 posts this week. I'm going to do 3 posts every single week. I'm going to start being consistent. I'm going to do one to buyers. I'm going to do one for sellers, and I'm going to share a listing or something like that. Okay. And every post, you're going to be driving people to your website so you can be capturing more leads. And every one of those posts that are on your Facebook page, you're going to go in there, you're going to share that from your page into all these other, like say Facebook groups that you're in. That's how this girl has generated 3,500 leads, over 3,500, she said. It's mind boggling. And she's so funny. She's like, She's like, I'm not a marketer. She's got this Southern accent. She's like, I'm just a wife of a baseball player that decided to do social media or decided to do real estate and start posting on social media into all these Facebook groups. And she was like, this is the tool that has changed my business. And it's so funny because she says it so innocently, but we know the power of it. We're like, wow, this is someone who's like literally using the tools. And she uses the AI sales agent. She uses the smart plans and the auto property alerts. Those are the 4 major things she's using. Generating leads every day, got our automation set up. Okay. So anyways, I know I've gone over, I could probably talk an hour or 2 more about all the cool things that Lofty can do for your business. Hopefully you hear the excitement, the authentic excitement, and it's just the coolest system out there. It truly is an all-in-one, one-stop shop for you guys. We've got tons of free training. You guys, I am the customer success manager working with Randy and Jeremy and Kathy. So I come on here often and we'll do agent trainings like this on even feature focused trainings, right? Our goal is to have you using the system and elevating your education in it as you use it every day. But you don't have to know everything in order to be successful. Get your system, get your leads imported into them. You get an onboarding like step by step in your system to set it up. And we also have that free agent training that you can come to. And there's even more training than that. We don't want you to spend your whole life in training. We want you just logging in the system, go to your dashboard every day, right? So that way you can see all of just let me go back to the dashboard because I know we were there just a second ago. I'll end this here in just a minute. But as you can see, like today's opportunities, it'll show you like who's an opportunity lead that you should be paying attention to. You don't have to figure it out. You just look right here, right? Here's people that you need to be keeping in touch with. You can automate birthday cards in a smart plan. Someone was asking about that. You can look at your today's tasks, your today's appointments, hot sheets, transactions. Again, it's all right here on your dashboard. You can connect your calendar. You can connect you know what to do for your tasks. You can start segmenting and tagging leads. So that way you can sort of micro refine who they are and how to find people better and how to market to people better. So that's about it, you guys, that we have time for today. I hope that this was helpful and impactful and exciting. And you're like, I can't wait to get a Lofty system and dig in. And that's how you get started. So,
all right. Thank you, Shelly, for
yes.
everything. And thank you, all of you, for hanging in there through the whole time. And this will be recorded and will be put onto the Facebook page. And then if anybody else wants a copy of it sent to them individually, just reach out to Jeremy or myself. All right.
Great.
So have a great day, everyone. And thank
you,
again
everyone.
so much, Shelly. Great
Good to see you, Kathy.
Thanks,
okay,
everyone.
you as
Bye-bye.
well. Thank you, Jeremy.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Shelly.
Randy.
Yep.
Bye, everybody. Have a great day.